Hey guys, and welcome back to Series 2, Episode 15 of the House Renovations.
And in the previous video, we set you guys a challenge to see if you could hit 350 likes on that video, and yes, ka-tunk! You guys absolutely smashed it, so I thought, hey, why not do that again on this video? But let's see if we could hit, I don't know, 700 likes. I'm basically doubling the likes from last week to this week because you smashed it so well. So 700 likes on today's video. Do you think we can do it?
Yes, because
we've got a special guest appearance in today's video.
And they deserve all of the likes. But anyway, moving on with today's video, the kitchen is finally starting to make progress and we're getting ever so close. No, we're not getting ever so close. We're getting much more close.
We're getting closer.
To make a cup of tea until James finds the hammer again.
So if you haven't been watching our previous videos, you might not know this, or if you have, here's a little bit of a reminder. We actually ordered our IKEA kitchen about a month ago, and the delivery was going to be in 4 different deliveries over about a month or 5 weeks or something. So 3 weeks ago, we had all of this IKEA stuff of the kitchen delivered, which only had literally 2 cabinets. We had this corner cabinet, and then we had this fridge cabinet here, and nothing else has arrived for about 3 weeks. But today we've got another delivery, and fingers crossed is going to be a big delivery, which is going to be most of the other stuff for the kitchen. And it should be here within literally a couple of minutes. Well, that was quite a large delivery. Oh dear, that's a hell of a lot of IKEA boxes. That's one thing about IKEA kitchens, is it comes flat packed. If you get a kitchen from like an actual kitchen company, usually they come like pre-assembled, but because it's IKEA, as you can see, we got our work cut out. Right, so before I start building any of that IKEA flat pack kitchen and stuff, I thought I would show you something which you probably will want to see. You might be thinking, is it the grass? Because it's been 2.5 weeks now since we actually put the grass down on the floor, and yes, as you can see, it has fully started to grow. But that isn't what I wanted to show you. Riley, come here, me. Look who it is. Come here, me. He literally is a little bit camera shy because he's not really been on any video or any vlog for quite some time now. So, come here. Ooh. If you're a full old school subscriber and you missed Riley, let us know in the comments down below that you've missed this little munchkin. You've got to look at the camera. He's obviously trying to show you his giraffe right now. And if you're new here and you've not ever met Riley before, this is Riley. He's my dad's black Labrador, and he's absolutely gorgeous. He's like the softest, playfulest little thing you've ever seen. And I know a few people got quite confused, maybe a good few videos ago, when we were talking about the floor and the paw prints and stuff. That was actually Riley's paw prints, because I know some people thought that we actually had a dog.
Not yet.
But that's basically Riley. Once the house is all done and the garden's all done and everything's sorted, we will be getting a dog. But in the meantime,
we can babysit Riley.
Just got to babysit Riley, or pup sit. Is what we like to say. Isn't that right, babe? Yes. Yippee. Right, so I should probably start to build some of this flat pack furniture. Look how many boxes we have got. I think there's probably about 150 boxes here. I don't really know where to begin. I don't really have much space on the floor, but I suppose we just start to build stuff. Alright, so I've just installed a load of these drawers in these two cabinets here. They look and perform really, really nicely. I'm super impressed with just like the action and like the soft close and stuff. It's still got the protective film on the front of it, hence that's why it's got these marks and this plastic on here. But that does kind of seem a little bit counterintuitive. The fronts we used are these, can you even read that? They're called Kungsbacka. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And the reason why we went for these is because the actual white plastic surround on these fronts is made from recycled plastic bottles, and the actual wood it's made from is actually recycled wood as well. So we're trying to be a little bit more eco-conscious on the build of this kitchen, hence we wanted to go for the recycled wood and door fronts. They're Kungsbacka. They do a white and a black version, but we've obviously gone for the white version, which is like a really nice matte white. But like I said, it just seems a little bit counterintuitive that they've decided to put a plastic protective film on top of the recycled plastic. So there's like new plastic on recycled plastic. It just doesn't really make sense in my head that they've covered recycled plastic with a new plastic. It just kind of defeats the object in my eyes, and kind of wish they didn't do that. But anyway, the drawers look and perform really, really nicely. And the reason why we've gone for drawers all onto the bottom cupboards of the kitchen is because I and Holly find it a lot easier to actually get things in and out of a drawer, because all of your plates and pots and cutlery and crockery or whatever is so much easier just to pick stuff straight out of a drawer and close it, rather than to go right to the back of a cupboard with a big cupboard door and stuff. I just think they look and perform a lot easier. So how cool is this little one here? This is a little spice rack cupboard. So you have two drawers inside of it to put all of your spices on, different flavorings and stuff. Maybe you like cooking oils and stuff down there. Again, super nice soft closing and stuff, and it fits so nicely. Obviously I haven't put the feet on it. No jokes in the comments about not putting feet on it, but the feet actually join this corner cupboard, and I need Holly's help to help lift it up to get the feet under it, because the feet join, as you can see, they stick out on this little bit here. They also stick out on the other side, so this whole section has to be lifted up before we can put those feet on. And all I've got to do now is this final one here. And I'm not going to bore you by filming every single one of these cupboards, but this one here is going to look like this one. So this is going to be where the oven is here, and then the microwave is going to be going in this section. So all I've got to do now is build a couple of drawers along the bottom there, and then this whole bottom run is almost complete. Nice. And yes, again, the feet will be under here to bring it up to that level. And as you can see now, I've also put some cardboard on top of the cabinets to give the illusion of what it's going to look like when we actually get our worktops put on. And obviously being cardboard, it's pretty similar to the actual wooden worktop, which we're going to be going for on top of here. Now, we're at this stage of the video, or this stage of the kitchen being built. What do you think the next actual logical step is to do next? Have a little think. Is it put the feet on to raise this up? Is it to actually fasten these back to the wall so they're in the correct position? Is it to build the top cupboards? I don't think any of you are probably going to guess what I'm going to do now. Okay, so how many of you actually guessed that I would literally be taking all of those cupboards out of the kitchen? Because the next plan of attack for me is to work out what is happening with our extractor fan. The extractor fan is obviously going directly above the actual hob, the cooker, the oven and stuff to take all of the steam and cooking smells away. And the thing is, when we actually moved into the house, if you've been watching, you know that there was actually a log burner here. And if you can see there, yeah, you should be able to see, there's a flue lining which goes from here all the way up to the top of the chimney. The plan is to actually put the extractor fan up here and then put the pipe from the extractor fan into the flue, which then is going to be taking all of the steam and the smells and stuff away. The tricky thing is that flue lining is from here, not here, so I need to basically cut into it, and also the flue lining kind of starts in the center here and goes up and it twists around this sort of section here, not directly in the center of the chimney breast.
So just you started to make it look like a kitchen, you got the mallet back out.
Basically, the idea of what I thought was going to be able to happen, I don't think can actually happen.
No.
And the main reason is, it's a right faff. Basically, this brick, I thought was just going to be single red brick, is actually double layered. So further than my hand goes back in there is basically block, and that has taken a hell of a lot to actually get into it. The actual flue lining, like I explained, is in the middle, but it bends and twists and it goes to the side of the chimney about here, but to the back of the actual chimney. So again, it's like the length of my arm back into the back corner of the chimney. We obviously didn't know this until we've actually gone to investigate it. So it's really, really far back in there. And also the actual chimney is filled with this stuff, which is called vermiculite, I think is what it's called. So when you get a flue dropped through your chimney, they then pour on the outside of the flue this vermiculite stuff, which is used for insulation to stop kind of condensation and stuff come through on the chimney. Now, everything what we're doing, this is just constantly like pouring down the chimney because the whole thing is filled up with it. And to get back to the actual back of the flue means that we would probably have to take out like 5 or 6 of these bricks, which is a little bit dodgy.
It's just a bit dodgy.
You don't really want to be taking too many bricks out without putting a lintel in, just to put like a little extractor pipe into that old flue. So basically this, I thought was going to be quite easy to do, is turned into a right faff and a right mess and stuff, because we literally can't even get to the actual flue itself. So option 1 of the extractor is unfortunately not going to happen. Option 2, which is the easiest, is basically just to put a recirculating extractor into the kitchen. So it just recirculates the air, but not keen.
Not if we can help it. How much of a faff is plan C?
So plan C, come with me. I've been in here as well, Holly.
This room's looking much better than it was.
Well, we've luckily not done anything in this room, because if you look up here, ta-da!
Another hole.
I've also bashed a hole in the ceiling as well. So plan 3, C, is to basically get the extractor pipe and then to poke it through here across the ceiling, drill a hole in the ceiling the other side to get into the extractor, and then take that pipe all the way through the ceiling in here and out the front of the house, which is still going to be a challenge because we've got other bits of wood and we'll have to, like, you know, knock all the ceiling down and stuff. But I think that that's the next best option.
It's like less of a faff than plan A.
We don't do things the easy way, do we, Holly?